Yo, what's going on, y'all? I want to welcome everybody back, man. This is Hustle Culture. Today we got a special guest. I'm here with the homie Blaze the God. Fatty, what's up? What's
Up?
going
What's
on?
What up,
up?
dog?
Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Homie
Hey,
Fatty, man. Damn,
I'll
Fatty
get
said,
on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to show out. That's what
Fatty
I
said it's been
do.
about 20. Damn, it's been forever since I've seen her face. Today we're here to talk about Blaze. We're here to talk about Money Man got some jewels for people, man, as far as building money, building equity and long-term income, like sustainable income. You know what I'm saying? A couple jewels. Fatty gonna talk about it. Blaze, what you got, man, before we get into the audios? You got something?
First of all, I just want to, say what up to my cousin Fatty. It's been a minute, been a long
Hey.
breath. You know what I'm saying? That was my dog. We was in high school with the motherfucking hallways. You feel me? Like, hey,
Tearing it up. Tearing it up.
listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember when I found out I got in the freshman year, and there was like Crystal King. I'm like Crystal King. I go home, Mama. You know a girl named Crystal King? Is she related to us? My mama said, "Who's her mama?" I don't know. Go find out who her mama is. Come back. Yep, that's your cousin.
Hey, this to every damn body. God damn.
I'm like, Dad, I can't escape. I can't, boy, man, Port Huron, I can't. Every black person in Port Huron, I'm damn near related to.
The craziest thing, Fatty, is I didn't know. I don't know. People just called you Fatty for so long. I didn't even know your damn government. Everybody just Fatty. There's no different than homie Butter. I'm like Butter. Like, I don't even know motherfuckers' government names. Damn it, you was just Fatty. That's your name. Damn it.
That's it. It's Fatty. No longer Crystal, but that's my name. It's Crystal, but everybody call me Fatty. When I go back home to Michigan, it's Fatty. When I'm here in ATL, it's Crystal. You
That's
know,
so. That's a childhood name, Fatty. That's a childhood name.
yes, my mom gave it to me when I was a baby. She said it was chunky.
That's crazy.
Chucky, but everybody else says a different, but
Okay, Blaze. Y'all, we about to get into the audio about Money Man to give y'all some jewels today about going forward in America and around the world, depending on where you're gonna watch this, because we got a lot of people coming in, chiming in, man, from different parts of the world on the YouTube channel. So y'all,
Let's touch on what he was talking about. Let's touch on what he was talking about before we get to the
yes,
audio.
please do. Yes.
Like break down a little bit of just so people can know what they expecting to hear.
so I mean, one of the topics, one of the things that Money Man was talking about in the audio that we gonna play is that people come to America from all over the place. One place being Mexico, Africa. People float on rafts. Literally, people are risking their life to float across the ocean from might be Cuba to get here, to some of the islands to get here. And in this country, people in the United States are complaining because we come from hoods, or we don't got this and we don't got that, or we on welfare, and we don't realize we're already in a place that people are trying to get to.
Right.
We already have privileges that people don't have. We can pick up our phones, our cell phones. We can go to a job and get a check and one day build a business. There's different, in communistic countries and communism, they can't go out and just build a business. And we don't even realize that shit. We don't even realize that people
No.
can go out and we can build a business here, and people can't even build businesses in their own country because of communism or whatever other things that the government had, regulations and stuff.
Yeah, resources ain't there like it is here to do any of that. But let's go ahead and go. Let's get into the audio right quick.
All right,
Right.
let's
Let's see. Yes.
get to it, man.
Dollars, man. You supposed to be like, nigga, this America. Look, want some real shit, right? Let me tell y'all some real shit, right? Niggas be crying about shit that be happening here. And in Mexico and in the Middle East, you can't even get no credit card. You think in Iraq you can get a credit card? You can't even get no credit card in Iraq. So you can't even goddamn play them folks. You can't even play the bank system in Iraq or goddamn Africa somewhere. You think goddamn Zimbabwe gonna give you a credit card? Over here you can get $1 million in credit lines and turn yourself up. You feel me?
Mhm.
Oh,
But let me put on that. Hold on. Let me get on that.
go ahead, Fatty. Break
Because
it down. Break it down.
I got people now because I work in a different culture. I work with different ethnics. Okay. And a lot of people tell me, they like, man, I gotta send money overseas to my family. And I'm thinking to my, I'm like, well, why? Well, I gotta sell this, or I'm gonna buy some clothes here. I'm gonna buy this to sell. And I'm like, why? Because it's so bad. It's so bad over there. Venezuela right now, they ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You heard about the caravan that happened over there where everybody trying to run up and come to the border and come over here because it's better living here. And my whole thing is, I understand. I don't have no remorse for people that try to come over. A lot of people are like, oh my goodness, why are these people? They need to go back there. Well, they're trying to come to a safer place. And if this world gets overpopulated, we're here to help. You get what I'm saying? When I'm not here to downgrade nobody, we all gonna have to live somehow. So please, like I just tell people, please, just, you know what I'm saying? Be more mindful of people that do come over here, because people, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if they are running from somebody trying to kill them, or they trying to get their children a better life over here. I understand all that.
Before you tap in, I personally, you know what I'm saying? It's not to talk about any one culture or group of people, but I personally have had Caucasian people tell me to my face that they don't want other people coming to this country. And the thing I want to touch up on for all of my white friends out there, this land was stolen from other people.
Right.
So y'all trying to say that y'all want to keep people out. So what type of mindset is that? We want to come over and take something. That's like me breaking into somebody's house, and then I want to stop the police or somebody else from saying, no, this is my shit now. What type of mind? That's a barbarian mindset. In my opinion, that's a barbarian. You're a barbarian if you can come steal some shit from somebody else, claim it to be your own, and then say, no, we don't want other people coming to this country because this is America now. To me, you're a motherfucking barbarian. Blaze, what you got, Blaze?
Sorry, correct.
I mean, yeah, I agree on. I agree on everything y'all touched on. Also back to the audio. You know, he's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say for a fact those places he named whether or not you can get credit cards or not. But there are places across the planet where they don't have the luxury, like we were saying before. They don't have access to a lot of the resources to do the things that we do. So yeah, a lot of people are going to want to come over here to benefit off of that.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
The one thing that, you know what I'm saying, I pull from just that section right there is that while we here, we need to take advantage of it. Absolutely. And not take advantage of it in the sense of, oh, I'm gonna get over and misuse the system or mistreat the system, but take advantage of the system while we can, instead of crying and complaining about what we do and don't have. Make it happen, because you know what I'm saying, like we the three of us know each other from growing up, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't have it. Our parents ain't have it. Our grandparents ain't have it. And when you talk about from the mud, nigga, we was dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of things that, like, Fresh, we had this conversation before. There's a lot of things that our parents were taught and our grandparents were taught that they taught us, which wasn't necessarily the right teachings. It was the right teachings for them in their time, but it wasn't necessarily the right teachings for a person to elevate themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we got stuck in that box.
Right.
Let me get a job, take care of the family.
Let me go off of what you were saying right there. And let me extend that a little bit. For the parents that's watching this, your children are going to be thrusted into a different world than the one that was given to us. Teach them as much as you can to be prepared for tomorrow and not live for today. Because the world is changing so fast, they need to be having self-education outside of school. They need to understand economics. They need to understand credit. These are things they need to understand, how digital currency works. The reason why I want to talk about that is because we're going to leave these children, and if they're not prepared, they're going to be left in the same situation that was handed to us. Fatty, Blaze, go ahead, bro. What you got?
Here's another thing that's kind of like you were saying, more or less piggyback off of what you were saying. Not only teach them, but we actually need to sit down with our kids and learn with them. Right. This new way this new way of becoming entrepreneurs or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, because things ain't the same from when we were in high school.
Yep.
Things
Right.
have changed.
Mhm.
I say this all the time. We talk about this all the time. It's more kids becoming millionaires now than it ever was.
Yes, and I told my daughter too. I said, listen, there are 16-year-olds, even 14-year-olds getting that millions of dollars right now, just off of learning forex trading, learning crypto, all of that. I said, I could put you on. You just got to be focused. I said things that I haven't learned back in the time of growing up.
Mhm.
I wish I would have learned about finance. I wish I would have learned about join the stock market, because I wouldn't be in the predicament that I am now. I'm not saying that I'm in a bad predicament, but I'd be way well off than I am now. We have to teach our children to grow and succeed instead of just letting them be out here running the streets, getting into trouble, hurting, manipulating, and doing dumb stuff.
We were not taught assets versus liabilities.
Correct.
And a lot of these young, our children, they're watching rappers, they're watching celebrities go out and buy these $300,000 vehicles, and they don't realize that vehicle came out of their asset column.
Right.
Robert Kiyosaki is a person who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. He has a YouTube channel. Y'all need to go follow it, because he talks about assets versus liabilities and how the people impoverished, people living in poverty, don't realize that rich people buy things out of their asset column. Meaning, if they got $100,000 to $500,000 that month, they can afford to go do that. Broke people cannot go to afford or shouldn't want to go buy a $300 Gucci belt if you're living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. That's the difference. And we weren't taught assets versus liabilities. Blaze, that's it. You got? I'm gonna go to the next one. Let's go to
Go
it.
ahead.
Manipulate the system, man. Y'all, you can't let the system manipulate you. You supposed to manipulate the system. Nigga, you supposed to manipulate reality. See, that's why I told y'all, niggas talking about, oh, you sound like a bitch. You sound like a hoe talking about astrology. Niggas slow, bro. Niggas is too slow for me. You feel me? Like,
in this little part of the clip, he's talking about the ability and how we're gonna speak about our culture right now for a minute. For so long in this country, this system has been manipulating us. They got free labor for I don't even know how long in this country. They were manipulating us.
Right.
And we're not telling people to go out and do something illegal, but understand the loopholes that wealthy, Jay-Z being a black person understands the loopholes in the system now, as well as the majority of white people, Asian people. Wealthy people know what the loopholes are. Understand how to manipulate the system, because they've been pimping us for so long. Find out what the loopholes is. We're not telling people go out and do something illegal. But if the system gonna manipulate us, why won't we understand how to play the game and play to win? Blaze, what you got, bro?
That's the whole thing.
Mhm.
What people fail to realize is that there's always so everything that's written in the system, right?
Backwards.
They have to
But
stick
it's backwards.
not just backwards,
Mhm.
but they have to stick
Maybe
true to
opposite.
what they've written in the system.
Mhm.
There's always a loophole in the system,
Yeah.
right? So if I say, for
I'm
an
a
example,
female. Okay, I'm a female. Growing up, I'm just sorry to cut you off, but I'm a female. And there's a lot of perks for being a female, having kids. There's loopholes around everything. I tell everybody this all the time. You want to play me? I'm going to turn around and play you.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
So for an example, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I'm gonna lend you some money tomorrow.
Okay.
And you say, what time tomorrow? And I say, early part of the day tomorrow, if I can. You can write that down, right? That's an agreement between you and I. That's a system
Okay.
that you and I have built. You come to me 7 o'clock in the morning, I tell you, oh, I ain't got it right now.
Mhm.
But I thought you said you was gonna get it to me early part of the day.
Mhm.
I didn't tell you what time,
You didn't.
and I didn't tell you for sure if I was gonna give it to you early part of the day. I said I'm gonna try to give it to you early part of the day if I
Right.
can.
Right.
See, I found a loophole take it around giving you that money and wait a little bit longer to make you, for whatever reason, play with. You have to find loopholes in everything. There's a loophole in everything.
Oh, can I borrow? Can I borrow?
Right.
Can you borrow?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay back with interest.
Right. But I'm just saying, loopholes around stuff. Can I borrow? I get that all the time. Can I borrow? Okay. Yeah, you can borrow. When can I get my money back? Oh, I can get it back Wednesday. Wednesday come around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, then that's when you got to start taking, you know what I'm saying, like
interest, like you said, interest.
You get some interest on it, but you also got to take what's that called? Oh, give me some collateral, give me something that I can hold on to till you can pay me back. You know?
Right. And then you got slick people that talking about, I need this for my child. You gonna bring the kids into it? Come on now. Why you gonna bring the kids into it? Then you gonna feel sad and stuff. Oh, okay.
Don't put it on the babies.
Yes.
Don't put the baby. Don't do it to the babies, not the babies.
Don't put that on the babies. The babies ain't got none.
So we're gonna go into one more. Let's go into it real quick, man.
It's dodge taxes and stay out constant. The rich dodge taxes because they actually learn about. See, once you start getting money, you start learning about other shit to goddamn keep your money. Only niggas with no money make fun of niggas who goddamn talk about taxes and investments. You gotta think, niggas with a check don't make fun of niggas who talk about investment. Most niggas with a check prey on niggas who ain't got no check. You feel?
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing that I'm gonna touch up on with this particular clip is that it's always the least among you who have all the answers. One thing I learned about this game from reading books and elevating myself and leaving Michigan and being out in the mountains is that you can never try to be the smartest person in the room. You got to always be a student. You always got to be willing to grow. And it's always the brokest people who don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. Rich people understand and they utilizing the game and they're playing to win.
Correct.
Blaze, what you doing over there, good brother?
You're true about that. You're true about that. And I work. You get what I'm saying? That paycheck is real. You get what I'm saying?
The internet connection is going slow for me.
Oh, I'm seeing shit jumping all over the place. I'm like, what's going on? But
yeah, that paycheck shit is real though. You know what I'm saying? Like people always come to me and be like, oh, well, you got people saying you smart as hell. I got other people saying you know it all. It's not that I know it all. I sit there and read. I sit there and watch. I sit there and put my hypothesis together. I don't go off of what this person, that person, I put all that stuff together and then I'm muted to what I feel that is necessary for me to know, not for, somebody. And then I'll branch it off to people. It's not that I know everything. It's not that, you know what I'm saying, I'm a broke person nor a rich person, but I'm growing. You get what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Blaze, what you got?
I mean, for that one, I ain't got too much. I mean,
black people that's watching this video, stop being scared to be intelligent. Stop allowing the hood, stop allowing your neighborhood, your group, your influence, the people around you to make you, stop letting them dumb you down. When I left, Fatty, you can, you know what I'm saying, vouch for this. Leaving Port Huron, you going into a bigger place, like going from a little stream to an ocean. You're like, there's nothing wrong with learning to grow, to be intelligent, to be able to articulate. They don't even want you to talk right.
Correct.
As a black person, you sound white. That shit sound crazy to me.
They say it all the time to me, still to this day. Where are you from? Oh, you proper, or you sound white. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but see, you also down south too, though.
Uh-huh.
You also down south. You from or north down. Like even motherfuckers from New York go down south and they say they sound proper.
Right.
Black people stop.
Motherfucker asked me if I was a Yankee before because they was like, you got a little New York slang to you. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm straight from Michigan.
Right.
Black people stop.
Nah, bro.
Trying to dumb yourself down. Stop trying to dumb yourself down. Stop associating, man, with just, you got to grow, man. You got to elevate. Me coming out here, man, and being from Michigan and beyond, it's like, we got to keep elevating. We got to keep leveling up. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Help one another. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Grow.
real shit. That's factual shit. You know what I'm saying? They
People
definitely
always
got
try to, like you said, dumb people down and say you can't do this, you ain't gonna be this, or I'm not gonna hook you up with this. It's not all about that. We trying to help one another because like you said, one day we ain't gonna be here. So who we gonna have left here? It's our kids. And we can't have our kids fighting around with everybody else. They gotta have enough money and enough support from us to grow in the next, universe that comes about. Is it gonna be AI or it's gonna be, because soon enough these cars will be floating on the damn in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers just lifted up.
So there's gonna be a lot of changes in the next 10, 20 years that we may not see. So we have to teach our children now what is going to, by watching like a lot of people watch a lot of TV and stuff like that. Some of this stuff is giving you signs, signals, and stuff. It's telling you it's coming. But people are so scared to actually open up. You got awake ones, you got people that's not awake. I'm one of the ones that is awake and I see everything. I could tell a movie what's in it. I could see signs and all that. But we just have to teach our children, and also love one another. This is what it is. And, frequencies are changing in this world too. People don't understand. People get anxiety. People get frustrated. People get mad. This is all of a change in this world. You got Jupiter and Saturn and all these collisions and all these different constellations going on. You have to pay attention to what's going around you. Stop looking down. Everybody's looking down at their phone. Start looking up. Pay attention to what's around you.
What you got, Blaze?
Before we continue though, Fatty, I gotta ask you a question because you said something that, and I'm curious of what your response is going to be, because you said you said you are awake. You definitely are awake. You got some people that are not awake; they are definitely asleep, and then you got some people that are definitely awake.
Right.
With that being said, is it enough? Is it just enough to be awake? Is it enough just to be awake?
No, it's never enough.
That's the beginning. That's the beginning.
No. And the only reason why I ask that is because I know I hear that. I hear the term.
I'm awake, but there's never going to be enough because I'm going to have to experience more and more and more. You get what I'm saying? There's not just
right.
Yes, I'm awake now to the shit that I'm seeing now, but there's more for us to learn. You got to go back billions and billions of years ago of what they hidden down for when the Egyptians and all that. We have not learned. I probably haven't even learned 5% of that. You know what I'm saying? There's still 95% that I still learn, but I'm awake of what I know that's happening now. What I was taught, but what I know now. So no, I'm not fully awake, but I know what's happening.
No, and I wasn't directing it towards you.
Right.
It was just
for people in general. Yes, I get you.
It was just something that I recently just started looking at because I started hearing the woke and being awake thrown around a lot. You know what I mean? And I started thinking about it. And I'm like,
okay, so let's go back to that. You got the.
Let me finish right quick. Let me finish right quick. It's good for a lot of people to wake up and be awake, or quote unquote woke, or however people like to phrase it. Mm-hmm. But at some point, when you wake up, you still have to live.
Right, but to live, like how all this stuff happened in this last year with the COVID and everything like that. So a lot of people are now justifying and trying to figure out, okay, COVID, we got to take this shot now. Okay, but my whole thing is, why do I got to take a shot? What is that? You know what I'm saying? Compared to if a person did take a shot, like, why do I got to take a shot? I'm still going to have it. If I take a shot, I'm going to have it. If you're putting it into my body, if you're putting metals inside my body, you get what I'm saying? After I have it, people are saying that once
Can you still catch it? Can you still catch COVID after you get
Yes, you can still catch it.
Okay, so hold on. Wait. Now, y'all gave me a reason to jump in.
Sure.
Patty, y'all gave me
all right, here we go. We about to get into it. Okay. We got that much time, but yeah.
We're talking about the awakening.
Right.
Is it supposed to protect me from COVID-19? Supposed to protect me from it. I get the shot. This is my whole thing. Whether you get it or you don't get it, it's on you. It's your life. If you get it and you live, you get it and you die, it's your decision. It's it's not what I think, right? What's in the shot? Now we're talking about awakening. The awakening to me is, are you thinking for yourself or are you allowing yourself to be influenced? That's what awakening is to me. Begin to think for yourself. Connect yourself with the higher power, the universe, the most high.
First
spirit
of all,
realm.
we already know one
Because what
part
are
of
you
the
putting-
virus.
Go ahead.
We already know one part of the vaccine is the virus itself. We already know that's one part. And then they throw in a whole bunch of other scientific whatever.
Trey Blaze.
No, I'm good on that.
Look.
The eye.
Some people believe there's a microchip in it.
Now, this is the thing that I want y'all to
what he campaigned
understand.
it for.
Most people don't understand. And you talked about Egypt. We talking about ancient Kemet because Egypt was ancient Kemet. Fatty, this is about divine understanding.
Correct.
This was taken, just like everything. These motherfuckers plagiarize and steal everything. Now we gotta, what does this represent? When you look at this hustle culture shit, take it for what you want to take it for. I put it up there and we're gonna let people's minds run. But this is divine understanding. This means to see through the veil, understand when the bullshit is being played against us.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. We don't even got to get deep because we still got some more shit to talk about.
Right,
Money Man got some more jewels.
Let's roll it. Let's roll it. Let's get it.
Money Man got some more jewels.
Yeah,
Right.
about 5 minutes.
Hold on,
Yeah,
wait
about
1
5
second
minutes
though.
left.
We
We
gotta
can
finish
hear
this
about
shit. We gotta.
You feel me? But I was on the dress shirt shit back when niggas was saying that shit wasn't for niggas. Oh, real niggas don't do this and real niggas don't do that. See, when you let the streets dictate what you supposed to do, you're gonna end up broke every time. You're gonna crash out every time.
Hell yes.
You feel me?
Yep.
You let the goddamn streets dictate all that type shit, you're gonna crash out. See, the streets just give you your hunger. The streets give you hunger and they give you strength to goddamn overcome something. But it don't dictate your intelligence.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it just
Blaze, go into it, bro. Go into it.
I mean, the part I heard the most, the part that I definitely fuck with the most is letting somebody else dictate where you stand at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't allow nobody to dictate anything in your life. Period. One thing's for sure.
Mhm. So
that's what I take from that, because that's the part that I agree with. But we didn't have plenty of conversations, you know what I'm saying, where we didn't talk about how much I've allowed other people to influence me and my decisions going left when I should have actually went right, because that's the way I wanted to go in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And doing so, trying to not more or less fit in, but satisfy other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a people pleaser. I like to make people happy. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I go left when I should have went right for myself. And I go back to what he said. I'm like, wearing the button-up shirts or the dress shirts. When everybody be saying you should be doing that, you ain't no street dude. If you ain't doing this, you can't let nobody dictate what you are and who you are. Your actions and how you move and what you do to dictate who you are and how you are. You know what I'm saying? So you never let anybody influence you in your decision making in life.
I personally know people that have made a split-second decision and it's got them prison time for the rest of their life. Meaning, most likely they're never coming home because of a split-second decision. Everything that we do is predicated on our decisions, whether we grow or we stay stagnant. And it's all about our values. Fatty, me and you talked about this earlier, is what do people value? You know what I'm saying? Like when me and Blaze, me, Fatty, and Fatty talking to some of her homegirls and talking about money, they think we're talking about money. We're really talking about a higher quality of life.
Right.
And you can't allow where you come from, your peers, or anybody to make you feel wrong for wanting more. Fatty could have stayed in Port Huron. I could have stayed in Port Huron. For the people that want to be there, we're not trying to talk down on our city. We're saying that there's a bigger world. There's a greater quality of life. Go see the world. Then if you want to move back to Port Huron, which most people won't. If you want to move back to that motherfucker, then that's cool. But if you've seen the world, it's about living a greater quality of life.
Correct.
Blaze,
We got any more clips we need to play?
we got about a minute left. So we're gonna close it up on this one. Y'all, this hustle culture, man. This is hustle culture. Today we want to give y'all some jewels.
Right.
And we want to talk to y'all. The reason why I chose Money Man because he is quote unquote a hood nigga, but he said I keep myself. He said I stay out the way. As a person that came from the bottom, I think he's from Florida. He's from the South somewhere. I think he's from Florida. And for him and the way he operate, I wanted to use this, man, and use this as a jewel for people today, man. Continue to elevate, continue to grind. A person that came from the bottom, who's quote unquote from the hood, he is telling people, just you are not where you come from, and you got to continue to elevate. You got to continue to grow. Don't get complacent. Don't get stagnant, man. This is hustle culture. Fatty, Trey Blaze, aka Blaze the Guy. I appreciate y'all, man. And everybody that's watching this video, make sure y'all share it. If y'all stayed all the way to the end, give us some likes on this wherever you seeing it. Share the video.
Thanks.
I gotta fix my bar. I had a typo at the bottom, man.
Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the
That's the reason
channel.
why my screen.
Please subscribe.
Yeah.
They got 19. Let's get